and there is a music community. If you put the three of them together, you have what makes up the rave community, but that does not mean that DJs are down for the goddamn drug dealers and that drug dealers like the dancers. Hey man, there's no way we all get along, but it all makes the atmosphere that is the rave scene.
As much as this scene is very different to rock and roll and stuff, and it's a lot more, people are a lot more on the same level, when you actually get down to it, they're not. When you go to like a gig like a pharmacy, like I was at on Friday for instance, like there is, although everyone's equal and whatever, there is like the hardcore dudes that have really well dressed for the event and they've got all the moves and stuff, and they're kind of at the top of the pack, and then you've got like the newbies down the bottom, you know, like the new kids that have just started to get into it and they're sort of got the basic moves down pat and the fashion and stuff. Like it is kind of like an ordered society, although the rave scene, predominantly one of my biggest arguments with people when doing interviews is what's so special about it. It's like, well, you go to a dance party and everyone is equal. That's how it used to be. I reckon that I've noticed a lot in the last couple of years. There is an ordered kind of structure. There's the, you know, there is. It's a bit scenic. Yeah, there is a hierarchy, definitely. Like in the techno scene, in the trance scene, in the club scene, in the electro scene. It's not as we are one anymore as how it used to be. And I guess that just comes with attitude. Like kids and people that go out get this attitude, and they go out and they kind of, you know, they just, because they've been going out for 3 years longer than somebody else, they're old school.
It's new fresh kids coming out of school every single year, 18, they hit the clubs and they get sucked into the rave scene, and then they love it and they say this is my life, and they either spend 3 months, go hard and get washed up and goodbye, or they get a reputation, they become a part of the scene and they stick around for a couple of years until they find something out, take from the scene what they want, or just vanish off into the distance. The ravers aren't just white Aussies who have a criminal tendency. They're actually every single race and every single kind of being you can imagine.
We're more than just, you know, ravers. We're almost a race because there is no barrier of race or whatever.
Do whatever you like. Yeah. If you want to, you know, run around like an idiot, you can. If you want to sit there and mellow out on your own, you can. If you want to dance, you can.
The thing about this music and this culture is that everybody of all genres, colour, creed, race, whatever, like everybody gets into it. There's no racial barriers, there's no, you know, like people that look down upon people for dancing in that way.
In the daytime I wear a suit and everything like that, and nighttime, you know, got all these things happening. I feel like a Batman, you know, at nighttime, just change my image, go out, have fun, meet all these crazy fun people, because that's what it's about, yo, that's all it's about.
I reckon a good party is anything with music and a mad dance floor. I love dancing. I always judge my night on how my dance was. If it's packed and I didn't have a good dance, then it wasn't as a good night.
I can go out anywhere, there can be no one on the dance floor, and if the music's good I'll just dance all by myself all night.
Yeah, like I could have a good time here with the stereo, just pumping and having a dance, really.
I can't just sit there in the club and not shuffle because it would just be so boring. If I hear a good song and I'm sitting down, it's just a waste. Just a waste of a song.
I couldn't imagine a party without the shuffle, the dance, you know. It wouldn't be the same.
Having fun, party with friends and meeting people, chatting, dancing. That's the most important thing you want to go out. Yeah.
Dance makes it a party.
For me, it's just about having fun, mate. I get into the music, no matter how you dance, it doesn't bother me. Like as I was saying to you earlier, I'm one that just sort of stands there and stomps and don't have much of an action to the way I dance, you know what I mean? Like, but I know some of the other dancing styles are pretty cool to watch. Like some people get right into it. Yeah. I remember going camping years ago with a good friend of mine, and there's this one guy there who was right into raving and stuff, and he's all weekend he was practicing these dance moves and stuff, and he had names for them and everything, you know what I mean? Like it really spun me out, but like, he was zoned into it, like doing all these little moves or whatever, and bringing up these names for him and all of that, and I was just having a laugh. I was like, yeah, I thought it was cool, whatever. Yeah. See what you're gonna do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your DJ.
don't reckon anyone should compete in rave dancing. Rave, the word for one means many people. Rave dancing should be a group. You know, I don't want to finger to be point on the best. I don't want to finger points on the worst, because everyone has equal space on that dance floor, no matter if you're good, if you're bad, because who's really saying if you're good or bad? If you're out there having fun, that's what matters. Fucking winning shit wouldn't take that from it.
I guess the main thing about it is that, you know, it's for fun. You know, a lot of people take it really seriously and get really caught up in the whole scene side of things, and you know, that's fine too. But just remember, it's entertainment. It's fun. You know, it's a great thing to do, really. And you know, if you're interested and you know, in some way, like you're a musician or you want to be a DJ or something, well, yeah, that's all possible too. But the main thing is that it's, you know, this is for fun, and not to. Some people take it too far.
I think if you're looking for something different and something cool, if you just stick to the same shit that they serve out at the local pub with all the rest of the beer drinking creams, like, yeah, come out and actually have some fun and enjoy life. It's not, you know, it's just, it's not all bad. It's not all, you know, it's not all about drugs and all this sort of stuff that goes on in the scene. It's just about people having a good time and enjoying music.
For me, it's about going out and dancing and just enjoying life.
I'd definitely recommend people to adventure the unknown, because you'll never know what you'll find there. It's best atmosphere and some really great people out there to meet.
Not always about the drugs, you know, like these big events, people go and OD on G and shit. They don't know how to have fun.
Don't get bogged down with accessories, because the music's there and you've got your body and all you need to do is dance. Don't eat yellow snow. Always remember to leash your camel, and don't do too many drugs. I'm not going to stop you experimenting with drugs. I'm not a politician. You know, I can't stop you doing what you're going to do it, but have fun and don't abuse it. If you abuse anything, it'll up.
I think the reason people get too obsessed with raves and write themselves off a little is because they're desperately seeking for identity. And whereas they might find some of it within the rave and dance scene, it's not a means to an end. I think any good life has a wide variety of interests within it, and you'd be a fool to think all your answers were on the dance floor.
I'd recommend that anyone with an open mind